This English lesson is specially created to boost your English listening and speaking skill. It's divided into 2 parts. 1. Comic story. 2. Speaking, listening, and vocabulary exercise. Let's get started.
More than just honey.
I just don't get it, Walter. Ben and Bella always mock me. Because I don't like honey.
Sometimes people tease what they don't understand, but it's okay to like different things, Bruno.
I wish they would accept me for who I am.
Maybe we can show them that berries are just as good as honey. How about we plant some berry bushes and make berry jam together?
That sounds amazing! I'd love to.
Bruno, a young black bear who didn't like honey, was happy to have a friend like Walter, the wise old badger. Together, they walked deeper into the forest to start their berry project. Meanwhile, Ben and Bella were nearby, listening to their conversation.
Look at Bruno, always spending time with that badger.
He's so strange. A bear that doesn't like honey? That's ridiculous.
Hey, Bruno! Going to pick your silly berries again?
Yes, Walter and I are going to plant berry bushes and make berry jam.
Berry jam? Who needs that when we have delicious honey?
Real bears eat honey, not berries. Maybe you're not a real bear.
I just prefer berries. There's nothing wrong with that.
Whatever you say. We're going to collect honey from the biggest beehive for the festival.
We'll be the heroes of the honey festival, while you have your boring berries.
Ben and Bella walked away, still laughing at Bruno.
Don't let them upset you. Let's focus on our plans.
You're right. Let's go plant those berry bushes.
Ben and Bella went to the old oak tree, where the largest beehive hung high in the branches.
There it is. Think of all the honey we'll bring to the festival.
Everyone will like us.
They started to climb the tree carefully.
Be careful not to wake up the bees.
I know. Just a little closer.
Suddenly, a branch broke under Ben's foot. The loud noise woke up the bees inside the hive.
Oh no! The bees are attacking!
Quick! Climb down!
They hurried down the tree, but the bees chased them.
Ouch!
Ouch! They're stinging us!
They jumped into a nearby pond to escape. When they came out, they were wet, had bee stings, and no honey. Meanwhile, Bruno and Walter were working hard planting berry bushes.
These will grow into big bushes with lots of berries.
I can't wait to see them grow.
For now, we can use the berries we have to make jam.
Yes! Let's make enough to share with everyone at the festival.
They spent the afternoon making tasty berry jam, filling many jars. Back at the village, Ben and Bella returned, tired and sad.
Ben, Bella, what happened to you?
We tried to get honey from the big hive, but the bees attacked us.
Now we have no honey for the festival.
Without honey, we can't have our festival as planned.
The other bears were disappointed. Just then, Bruno and Walter arrived with their jars of berry jam.
Maybe we can help.
What can you do, Bruno? Give us your berries?
Yeah, as if berries could replace honey.
Walter and I made berry jam. Maybe we could have a berry jam festival instead. Berry jam? I've never tried it.
Do you think this will work?
I don't think so, but we have no other choice.
Please, Elder Bear, would you like to try it?
Elder Bear took a spoonful of the jam and tasted it carefully. The other bears watched as Elder Bear thought about it.
This is very good. Maybe this is just what we need. We will have a berry jam festival.
The bears started to cheer, happy about the new plan.
They really like it?
It's not the same as honey.
I guess it will do.
The festival happened, and everyone enjoyed the berry jam. The bears were happy and laughing as they tried the new treat.
Let's thank Bruno and Walter for bringing us this wonderful jam.
The bears clapped and cheered for Bruno and Walter.
I'm glad you all like it.
Bruno's idea saved the festival.
When they saw how happy the berry jam made everyone, Ben and Bella felt bad about how they had treated Bruno.
Bruno, we need to tell you something.
We were mean to you, and we're sorry.
What do you mean?
We made fun of you for liking berries instead of honey. But today, you saved the festival.
Your berry jam is really good. You made everyone happy.
Thank you. I'm just happy we could all enjoy the festival together.
Friends?
And better siblings?
Friends and family, always. It's good to see you all getting along. Bruno, your idea has taught us all something important.
When we accept our differences, we become stronger.
If you enjoyed this story, please share and like the video. Check out our YouTube channel for more stories like the koala who is afraid to leave his tree, the lion and the mouse become friends, and the raven searching for happiness. You'll find many great stories there. Now, let's test your English with 15 fun questions to help improve your listening and vocabulary. Part 1. Vocabulary. In the story, Ben and Bella mock Bruno. To mock someone means A. To make fun of them or tease them. B. To praise them loudly. C. To ignore them completely. D. To help them politely. If you picked A, great job. To mock means to tease or make fun of someone, often in a hurtful way. 2. Walter is described as wise. What does wise mean here? A. Very strong and athletic. B. Always looking angry. C. Able to run very fast. D. Full of knowledge and good judgment. If you chose D, well done. A wise character has a lot of understanding and makes good decisions. 3. Bruno wishes others would accept him for who he is. To accept someone means A. To force them to change. B. To leave them behind. C. To welcome them as they are. D. To only like them when they agree with you. If you selected C, excellent. Accept means to embrace someone as they are, differences included. 4. When Bruno's face was brightening up, what does brightening up mean in this context? A. Becoming happier or more hopeful in expression. B. Lighting up a room with a flashlight. C. Becoming very pale and sickly. D. Turning into a rainbow. If you selected A, that's correct. Brightening up describes someone's mood or face becoming happier, more cheerful, and more positive. 5. The word ridiculous is used by Bella to describe Bruno's tastes. Ridiculous means A. Very serious and important. B. Silly and unreasonable. C. Extremely beautiful. D. Completely normal. If you picked B, that's correct. Ridiculous describes something silly or hard to take seriously. Part 2. Story Comprehension. 1. Why do Ben and Bella make fun of Bruno in the beginning? A. Because Bruno doesn't like honey, which they find strange. B. Because Bruno is a famous singer. C. Because Bruno is too strong for them. D. Because they've never spoken to him before. If you answered A, great job! They mock Bruno because he prefers berries over honey, which they think is unusual for a bear. 2. How does Walter help Bruno? A. By giving him honey secretly. B. By agreeing with Ben and Bella. C. By encouraging him to plant berry bushes and make jam. D. By telling Bruno to stop liking berries. If you chose C, nice work. Walter supports Bruno's love of berries and helps him create something new, berry jam. 3. What happens when Ben and Bella try to get honey from the big hive? A. They succeed without any problems. B. They eat the honey before anyone sees it. C. The bees chase and sting them, forcing them to run away. D. They find no bees at all. If you picked C, you're correct. Their attempts fail when the bees attack, leaving them hurt and without honey. 4. How do the bears solve the problem of having no honey for the festival? A. They cancel the festival. B. They leave the forest. C. They punish Ben and Bella. D. They replace honey with Bruno and Walter's berry jam. If you answered D, well done. The bears discover that berry jam is delicious and can save their festival. 5. What lesson do Ben and Bella learn by the end of the story? A. That honey is always better than berries. B. That teasing someone for their differences isn't kind, and new ideas can be good. C. That they should never talk to Bruno again. D. That bees are dangerous. If you chose B, that's right. They learn to respect differences and appreciate new things. Part 3. Conversation Practice. 1. If someone teases you for being different, how could you respond kindly, like Bruno eventually did? A. You're right. I should change. B. I understand you find it strange, but I like what I like. C. I hate everyone. D. I'll never talk again. If you picked B, great choice. Being honest and calm shows confidence without anger. 2. If a friend is upset because others don't accept their tastes, how could you encourage them, like Walter did with Bruno? A. Who cares what you like? B. You should give up. C. Just stop liking it. D. Maybe we can share what you love with others and show them how great it is. If you chose D, perfect. Supporting their interests and helping them share what they love can build understanding. 3. If you realized you teased someone unfairly, how would you apologize, like Ben and Bella did? A. It's your fault anyway. B. You deserved it. C. I'm not apologizing. D. I'm sorry. We were mean and we shouldn't have done that. If you answered D, well done. A sincere apology acknowledges the wrong and shows respect. 4. How could you introduce something new to a group that's unsure, like Bruno did with the jam? A. You have to love this or else. B. I won't share this with anyone. C. I'll force it on everyone. D. Would you like to try it? If you don't like it, that's okay. If you picked D, excellent. Offering a respectful invitation gives others a chance to experience something new without pressure. 5. If you want to change someone's negative view, how could you follow Walter's example? A. Yell at them until they give in. B. Ignore their feelings and opinions. C. Insult their own preferences. D. Quietly show them the positives and let them decide. If you chose D, great job. Demonstrating something positive calmly and patiently can help change minds. Your level assessment. Time to see how well you did. Don't worry about getting every question right. Each quiz helps you improve your English. Count your correct answers and find your level. 15 correct answers. Upper Intermediate, B2. 10 to 14 correct answers. Intermediate, B1. 5 to 9 correct answers. Pre-intermediate, A2. 0 to 4 correct answers. Beginner, A1. No matter your score, keep practicing. Each story and quiz helps you improve your English and understanding. If you liked this story about accepting differences, you might enjoy a special hunt at Christmas.
The cold wind carried memories of countless lonely Christmas nights.
Almost home with these carrots. The children are going to love them.
The snow muffled Wolfgang's steps as he hid behind a frost-covered bush.